Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War is now free to play starting July 4th. In today's video, I wanted to give you a quick overview of Black Ops Cold War as a whole, some things I really enjoy about the game, and some tips for you if you decide to download the game. Even though one of the biggest critiques of this game was lack of content at launch, now that it's been fully fleshed out during the game's lifecycle, Black Ops Cold War has a metric ton of content to offer. First off, let's talk about the campaign. It pulls a lot of references and inspiration from Treyarch's older campaign games like Black Ops 1 and 2.
What are they saying? Resna! Where are you?
Giving the perfect amount of fan service mixed with a new story, new gameplay features, and new characters. While this campaign is definitely a bit on the short side, it has no shortage of fun and unique missions, as well as plenty of side quests to help you fill out the lore of the Black Ops Cold War universe. Treyarch and Sledgehammer managed to strike the right balance between tactical gameplay and all-out action-packed scenes. I've not heard or seen any negative comments about the campaign, so I'm sure you'll enjoy it just as much as I did. Up next, let's dive into zombies. Not only is this game full of zombies content, but there are a ton of game modes that give the player a lot of ways to play this game. Black Ops Cold War also introduced us to a brand new zombies game mode, Outbreak, where instead of round-based survival, this is more of an open-world concept played across the large-scale maps where players need to loot up, level up their kit, and complete objectives to advance to the next round. And when you do move on to the next round, you'll be teleported to a brand new location, keeping the game fresh every time you play. Now we also have some brand new features and innovations on the zombie side that give the game more progression than we've seen in the past and give the zombies game mode a ton of replayability. For starters, you can now choose the loadout you take into the game. This includes things like your weapon, the attachments on it, and your field upgrade. You also now have skill trees for things like weapon classes, perks, and your field upgrades. To level up these items, you have to go into the game, complete challenges, and survive to earn Ethereum crystals. Then when you exfil, you can spend those crystals on whatever you would like to upgrade. Now the most anticipated part of the video for a lot of you, the multiplayer. I can't say enough good things about the multiplayer experience in this game, especially in light of games like Call of Duty Vanguard and Modern Warfare 2. If you're the type of person who enjoyed the older, more fast-paced, arcade style of gameplay that made Call of Duty into what it is today, then you're going to find yourself right at home in this game. Black Ops Cold War brings a more traditional 6v6 experience with fantastic gunplay and map design. A lot of the weapons in this game are very good at catering to a specific playstyle, and the map design is a much more classic 3-lane style like we're used to in the older titles. While there are plenty of new original maps, over the course of the game's lifecycle, Treyarch brought back a bunch of the fan favorites from older games like Rush, WMD, Standoff, and a lot more. Playing these maps on a newer game with a newer engine, updated graphics, and polished gameplay mechanics has been a ton of fun for me and my friends. One of my favorite parts of this game are the big team game modes like Combined Arms and Fireteam. Now the player base is a lot smaller compared to when the game was in the prime of its life cycle, so it's been few and far between to actually get lobbies for those game modes. So hopefully now that the game's free to play, there will be a ton of people searching and we'll be able to fill lobbies for those games. One game mode that is worth mentioning here is the Gunfight Tournament. Gunfight tournament brackets are live 24/7, and if you're able to win the entire bracket, there are a total of 12 blueprints that you can earn as a prize. And you can keep playing the tournament bracket over and over and over again until you unlock all 12 blueprints, and this adds a ton of replayability to the game mode for me. Now if you plan on getting this game for the multiplayer, I'm going to go over a few of the best weapon loadouts. But before we do that, if you're looking for people to play Black Ops Cold War with, join the Discord to be part of the community, find people to squad up with, the link will be in the description down below. Up first on my list of recommendations, we've got the assault rifles, and I'm going to recommend the Krig 6. This is kind of a jack-of-all-trades, well-rounded rifle. Very good at those mid-range and even long-range fights, but depending on how you build it, it can still be serviceable up close. Now my recommended build is your optic of choice, the suppressor to stay off the radar, the SAS mag clamp for faster reloads, the serpent wrap to speed up that aim down sight time, and the Raider stock, but you can also use the no stock option if you want a little bit better of a hip fire. Up next, we've got the SMGs category, and for people playing this game for the first time, the LC-10 is going to be a great go-to weapon. It has a slightly slower fire rate compared to other SMGs, something like the MP5, but it makes up for that with its low recoil, its great mobility, and its all-around versatility. The LC-10 is that SMG that you can still use as a rifle in a pinch when you have to, but it also kills pretty quick up close. I recommend using the iron sights with this gun because they're so clean, the suppressor to stay off the radar, the steady aim laser to tighten that hip fire, 45 round mag, the airborne elastic wrap, and the Raider stock for a faster sprint to fire time. Now in the tac rifle category, I'm going to recommend the Carve because I think it's the best all-around burst rifle in that category. Each tactical rifle kind of has its own personality and its own strengths and weaknesses, but the Carve you can kind of kit to fit your own play style. This gun hits super hard, it has very low recoil, and I'm going to give you my build, but I recommend experimenting with this one because there are so many good variations with this weapon, and they all cater to a different play style. I like to kit mine for mobility because I prefer to run and gun. Again, any optic of your choice, the rapid fire barrel, the SAS mag clamp for that faster reload, the serpent wrap to aim down sight quicker, and the CQB stock for a little bit more mobility, but I would recommend giving the stocks a good read through and choose the one that best fits you. Now for the sniper category, I'm not going to recommend one specific sniper, but instead I'm going to give you a breakdown of how each of these snipers performs, and you can choose the one that fits you. Now up first, we've got the ZRG. This sniper hits the hardest, but is the slowest in all aspects from mobility to aim down sight time. You definitely don't want to try to quick scope with this one. Next, we've got the Barrett. This is the fastest fire rate in the sniper category, and it's very forgiving, but you really have to land those upper chest or headshots to get a one-shot kill, otherwise it's going to be hit marker central. Moving on, we've got the Tundra. This sniper strikes a good balance between speed and power, sitting right in the middle for both mobility and one-shot kill potential. Next is my personal favorite, the Pellington. This is great for mobility but requires a lot of accuracy to get consistent one-shots. This sniper has the second fastest ADS time in the game, and the option to load one bullet at a time helps you keep your mag stocked up. And finally, rounding out the sniper class, we have the Swiss. This is the fastest sniper in all areas, but this requires the most precision. So if you're a top tier quickscoper, this is the sniper for you. Just know that if you don't land that headshot or that neck shot, you're probably not going to win the gunfight unless the enemy misses a whole bunch of shots. If you want to check out some Cold War gameplay to see if this game is for you, click on the video that popped up on screen. If you enjoyed this video, drop a like, comment down below what you're most excited about in Black Ops Cold War, subscribe for more first-person shooter content. My name's Caffrey, have a good morning, and I'll catch you in the next video.